Have you noticed that you constantly compare yourself to everything you see in movies, TV, or social media? Do you feel chronically inadequate, unworthy, undeserving, or like an imposter? Do you struggle with self-esteem or body confidence? If you answered yes to any of these questions, be sure to watch the end of this video because today I'm giving you 8 powerful secrets to building radical self-confidence. If you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. I'm Miss LX and I'm so glad you're here. If you enjoy this video, hit like and subscribe as it really helps this channel and community grow. And if you find this content helpful, you can support the work that goes into this channel over at my Patreon, patreon.com/lxerotica. All right, so I hate to break it to you, but beauty fades, bodies change, we all age, all right? That's why when it comes to building and maintaining confidence, it's vital to value your unique identity, including your non-physical traits. Because we as human beings are far more than a body, and we simply cannot bank on our beauty, physique, or sex appeal forever. Furthermore, if you're in a healthy relationship, your partner loves you for far more than your appearance. So start there. Start valuing your unique identity, skills, and personality traits. Value everything else you bring to the table other than physical attractiveness. I often say, no one else can do what you do, how you do it. For me, I highly value my intuition, wisdom, discernment, as well as my ability to empathize, communicate, induce, and lead. These traits serve me well throughout my life and allow me to deeply connect with my partner, my family, my friends, my community, my clients. And even when I'm in loungewear and barefaced with my hair pulled back in a scrunchie, I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in what I bring to the table. Everything else is just superficial and fleeting. For those of you struggling with self-esteem due to past bullying, betrayal, abandonment, or other forms of trauma, it is so important that you start challenging your beliefs and narratives about past painful events. For instance, if you were bullied in grade school by that clique of mean girls, the story you may have been telling yourself is, I wasn't good enough, I wasn't pretty enough, I didn't fit in, I was rejected, etc. But if we stop and question the story, we will often come to a very different conclusion. When it comes to bullying and abuse, I've learned 2 powerful principles. 1, a good enemy does not attack a non-threat, and 2, thieves do not break into empty houses. What do I mean by this? Well, through the lens of those analogies, perhaps the bullying and betrayal and abandonment and other forms of trauma that you've survived actually reveal your value. They reveal just how special or revolutionary or talented or worthy or threatening you really are. So much so that you became a target, not because you're worthless, but because you are so worthy. For those of you who don't know any of my story, basically up until the last 5 years of my life has been one traumatic event after another. And when I was very young, I was relentlessly bullied by girls, to the point where these girls would come at me on the playground, surround me, pull my skirt up, show off my panties to everyone on the playground. They'd follow me around to the jungle gym when I was hanging on the monkey bars. They'd pull my pants down, things like that. I was relentlessly bullied. And this is what I found. A good enemy does not attack a non-threat. If you were bullied, chances are you had something that the other kids didn't, and they were jealous Okay? Bullying is a jealous behavior. Bullying comes from a place of insecurity and feeling worthless and feeling less than the person that's actually being bullied. That's the reality of the situation. So you can't live in that victimized state forever. At some point, you have to call it out and go, no, I was picked on, I was bullied because I had something different to bring to the table. I had something powerful and revolutionary and creative to bring to the table that those who bullied me, those who picked on me, those who rejected me couldn't see or didn't want to see. You have to take your power back and shift out of that victimized, weak narrative. If you've been bullied, if you've been picked on, if you've been victimized, if you've been abandoned, if you've been betrayed, if you've been the victim of trauma, you are a survivor. You are strong. So take back your power and start questioning the narrative. Start questioning the stories that you're telling yourself surrounding that bullying, abuse, trauma, neglect, etc. Burlesque superstar Dita Von Teese has been quoted saying, "You can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there will still be someone who hates peaches." Stop and think about that for a moment, because that amazing quote brings us to my next confidence secret. Stop trying to please everyone, because you can't, but you can please yourself. You can be happy with yourself. You can feel proud of yourself. You can feel excellent in how you carry yourself. You can walk with confidence and self-assuredness, and it has nothing to do with anyone else. In fact, it was former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt who said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." If someone doesn't like you, that's fine. People are allowed to have poor judgment and bad taste. And their poor judgment and their bad taste is not a reflection on your worth. You have to be grounded enough in your identity to call a duck and to say, no, that's not a reflection on me. Your judgment is a reflection on you, and I will not receive it. You do not have the permission to make me feel inferior. That is what power looks like. That is what authority looks like. That is what dominance looks like. That is what confidence looks like. So, surround yourself with people who do love you, who do support you, who can encourage you when you feel down. And that's the benefit of having supportive, encouraging people in your life, is they can speak truth into that situation. And so you know, oh, I'm not being crazy, they being crazy, and I can just walk forward with my head held high, going, your judgment and your bad taste is on you, but you do not get to make me feel less than or inferior because of your own shit. It used to be magazine models that made us compare and despair, then movie stars, then TV advertisements, then online marketing, then social media. Now, from online influencers to game ads, the trap of what I call compare and despair is everywhere we turn. From the moment we log into our phone, the trap is just waiting to overtake us. We're bombarded with edited, filtered, and photoshopped projections. And we compare our behind the scenes to that highlight reel. We compare how we know we look in the morning without hair and makeup done to that perfectly staged and edited photo. And it's killing our self-esteem. That's why I highly recommend reducing social media consumption and eliminating toxic triggers, which to me is really anything that sets you off down that compare and despair road. If any content, creator, account, or community causes you to feel less than, unworthy, or not enough, you have to have the courage to cut it off. Because here's the thing, you must understand, social media is not your friend. It is not designed for you to have fun. It is not designed to make you feel good. It is not entertainment. Social media serves big business, and you are merely the target. Have you ever noticed that when you look good, you tend to feel good too? Well, the same can be said in the reverse. And if you feel bad about yourself, you will likely fall into some level of depression, which often makes us isolate. We feel defeated, and we stay in this spiral of anxious avoidance or inactivity. So if you feel that way, notice it and do the opposite. Fix the frump. Now, I don't mean for that term to be derogatory. You know how I like my alliterations. I'm simply talking about opening the windows, turning on some music, do your hair, put on some makeup, throw together an outfit you love, spritz on your favorite perfume or cologne, etc. When you initiate positive momentum, confidence will often follow. The key here, however, and this is important, pursue excellence, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion, despite it being marketed as an attainable goal on social media. Perfection is an illusion. The goal is to be the best version of yourself, not an attempted replica of another. Now, when it comes to public settings, focus on observation rather than acceptance, okay? In other words, a lack of self-esteem is not a solitary issue and will often manifest with intensity in public situations, often referred to as social anxiety. And often, the internal battle of insecurity in such social situations includes thoughts like, what if they don't like me? I wonder what they think of me, etc. All of these things we start to spiral with. That's why we're going to flip the narrative on its head by challenging some of those thoughts, okay? So instead of thinking, do they like me? Adjust your question to, do I like them? Instead of, I wonder what they think of me, shift to, what do I think of them? You see? Now, I need to be clear. This is not for the purpose of internally judging others or initiating a comparison trap. We'll get to that more in the next point. But this is about acknowledging your power so that you won't be swayed by the projected perspectives of others. In addition to the last point, I would also advise in public settings that you focus on how to show love rather than on who looks better. All right? In other words, true confidence, security, and power is not walking into a room and scoping it out for who looks better and who looks worse than you. True confidence, authority, and power is walking into a room and looking for opportunities to meet a need or show encouragement. And I know that's kind of a radical concept, but let's think about it. Rather than feeling better about yourself because that girl in the corner has some ugly shoes, consider why she might be in the corner looking uncomfortable. Maybe she feels insecure and overwhelmed and needs a friendly face and a laugh. And if you are walking in confidence and power, you can be that for her. Instead of judging her so that you feel less insecure, you can be that strong, stable, loving energy where she and others find comfort, encouragement, and validation. Shift your focus. It's a very insecure, powerless perspective that has to mentally break down, criticize, and judge others to get a boost. The alternative, true power, true confidence, is walking into a space and seeing the opportunities, seeing the possibilities where you can step in, meet a need, show love, show encouragement because you're so secure. you have all of that power, all of that confidence to share with others. And finally, if you do find yourself comparing and despairing or triggered by feelings of insecurity or inadequacy, I want you to use my confidence boosting power phrase. Are you ready for it? And so am I. All right, here's how it goes. You think, wow, she's really beautiful. And so am I. Wow, he's really charming. And so am I. Oh, she is so smart and knowledgeable. And so am I. Oh, he's so creative and innovative. And so am I. Do you see? Acknowledging someone else's beauty, talent, intelligence, or success does not diminish your own. All right? So, do you see how these 4 words can drastically shift our view of ourselves and those around us? Here's the thing. Insecurity sees through the lens of comparison and makes everyone else a competition. But rather than this us against them, me against them kind of mentality, we extend honor to ourselves and others by using this power phrase. So let's wrap it up today with a review of these key strategies for building radical self-confidence.